Just a quick show of hands. Has everyone heard something today on a table? Has everyone heard something today that has helped you in some way?
Yes.
That has given you some light,
Yeah.
some hope? Good. Purpose is being served. Purpose is absolutely being served. Your purpose is being served because you're here today helping someone else. You absolutely are. You absolutely are. And this is how life works. This is the universe. This is a microcosm of the entire universe is in this room right now. We all have intentions, beliefs, desires. We all have aspirations. We want them to come to fruition. And we've all got fears in the process of doing it. The hardest thing about fears is just being honest about it. Being honest to people. Who's the first person you need to be honest with?
Yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you admit to yourself, I am completely in paralysis of this. I'm completely shit scared of this fear. When we come clean with ourselves, boy oh boy, things start to change. Our energy starts to change. We start to communicate to people a bit more openly and honestly. And sometimes, if not all the time, some of our fears start to evaporate. What I shared with you at the beginning of today is that all the fears that actually every fear that I've had in my life, probably 99.9% of them never materialised. Except 100% of the time, they materialised in my head for a long period of time, for an amazing amount of time. And so that's the thing about fear, before we move on, is that fear is an expression of our potential. Our potential is unlimited, so you bet we're good at creating fear. We are very good. We are masters at creating fear. We don't actually need to run any workshops around how to create fear. Yeah? We don't. Because everyone's got a master's, a doctorate degree in it. What we do focus on is how we overcome the things that we created. Doesn't this sound a bit bizarre? Yeah? We do a lot of work in my life's purposes around helping people understand what it is they're creating for themselves. So that's what we're going to finish up today on is, well, okay, now that I've done some work today and we've reflected into the fact that our heart communicates to us and it tells us only one thing, things that make us feel good about ourselves. And I've done the being and the doing and seeing that maybe I'm spending some time in the doing space and that doesn't make me feel good. And maybe I've connected to a purpose today, or I've gone through an exercise which would show me how to do a post today. And I've seen that there's some fears. What we need to do is talk about, well, how do we manifest change? How do we actually make how do we make something appear that currently doesn't exist in front of us? What do you think the answer to that is? How would you manifest change?
Visualize it.
So?
Visualize it.
Visualize it. That's absolutely a very solid way to do it. What else? What else? What's another way?
Write down what you want.
Write down what you want. Be clear.
Be clear.
Be clear. Yes, that's very good. What else?
You need to draw a path of how you're going to get there.
Draw a pathway. Yes. Write down what I want. Visualize it. Write a pathway on how I'm going to get there. Absolutely. What else? Tell someone. Yeah. Allow yourself to be held accountable. Share it. Sorry, something.
When you do think about the challenge of getting there,
Yep.
think about weighing it up against the challenge of staying where you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
As
Yeah.
you said there, like, all of those things that you do suffering and putting that into the health.
Absolutely. I made a decision a couple of months ago, and I literally had to run myself through, and it's good, I run myself through my own methodology. And it does. It worked for me 7 years ago, it worked for me 2 years ago, it worked for me 2 weeks ago. I sit down and just weigh something out. Okay, so I know I'm feeling the fear. This is what the fear is. Good. Okay. So what's the worst that's going to happen? This. What situations in the past have reflected that has actually occurred? Nothing. What the hell am I doing? But we need to do that. We need to take that time to honestly reflect that our fears are of our own creation, and that what is the cost of taking no action? Make a decision. I am not going to be any more miserable than what I am now. Today, this date is the date that I will, from this point onwards, no longer be miserable about this thing in my life, about whatever it may be.